Most men spend years chasing after women, trying to impress them with looks, money, or charm, all the while overlooking something much more important: understanding the psychological triggers and hidden weaknesses that women themselves may not even be aware of. While men focus on the obvious, women are often driven by subtle, unconscious desires and emotional vulnerabilities that play a huge role in attraction. The truth is, attraction isn't about having the perfect appearance or the most impressive status. It's about understanding what makes a woman tick on a deeper level. Women, just like men, have their weaknesses, psychological and emotional responses that they can't always control. And the most powerful thing you can do as a man is to recognize these weaknesses, not to exploit them, but to create a genuine connection that is both respectful and irresistible. This doesn't mean manipulating or taking advantage of her vulnerabilities; rather, it's about understanding her emotional landscape and navigating it with confidence, authenticity, and emotional control. The real power lies in self-mastery, the ability to remain grounded while interacting with women, to understand the signals they're giving off, and to respond in a way that builds attraction without desperation or force. In this video, we're going to break down 7 hidden female weaknesses that most men overlook. These are not tricks or tactics, but deep psychological insights into the way women think, feel, and react. Once you understand these, you'll approach attraction from a place of power, calm, and self-assurance. You'll know exactly how to behave to make yourself irresistible to women, without ever needing to try too hard or sacrifice who you are. Let's dive into these weaknesses and explore how understanding them can help you connect more deeply and attract women naturally. Stay grounded. Stay sharp. Weakness 1: the need for emotional certainty. One of the fundamental weaknesses that women have, which most men fail to recognize, is their need for emotional certainty. Women are highly emotional creatures, and while they may not always show it outwardly, their emotional stability plays a crucial role in their attraction to men. They seek emotional security in a relationship, especially during times of uncertainty or crisis. This doesn't mean they want a man to be their emotional caretaker, but rather that they are drawn to men who can remain calm and composed, regardless of external circumstances. A woman's emotional needs are deeply tied to feeling safe, and the man who can provide that safety becomes inherently more attractive. When a woman senses that a man is emotionally stable, unshaken by external events, and confident in himself, it creates a feeling of security that she craves. However, when a man is overly reactive, moody, or emotionally dependent on a woman for validation, it triggers a negative response. She starts to feel like she's emotionally responsible for him, and the roles begin to reverse. He becomes the fragile one, and she takes on the dominant role. This dynamic is one of the fastest ways to kill attraction. The Stoic man understands that emotional control is the foundation of strength. He is emotionally self-sufficient, and his ability to regulate his reactions makes him a calm and secure presence. When things go wrong or when challenges arise, the Stoic man doesn't panic, complain, or rely on others to validate his emotions. Instead, he remains centered and provides emotional certainty to those around him. This is the kind of man who becomes a safe haven for women, naturally attracting respect and desire. Weakness 2: attraction to what they can't have. One undeniable truth about human nature is that we value what is scarce. This principle applies not only to material objects but to relationships as well. Women are wired to be drawn to what they can't have, and this includes men who are not always readily available or too easy to get. When a man is too eager, too available, or too obvious in his attraction, he loses value in a woman's eyes. Women instinctively gravitate toward men who create a sense of mystery and distance, making them wonder what's really going on beneath the surface. The chase is powerful because it makes her work for your attention and approval, which is something women subconsciously desire. Women often get drawn to men who seem indifferent or hard to read. It's not because they like to be ignored, it's because they subconsciously assign higher value to something uncertain, something they can't completely own. This is why the man who remains somewhat elusive, doesn't give everything away at once, and keeps her wondering, keeps her interested and attracted. The key to using this weakness to your advantage is maintaining your independence. If you make a woman feel like she is the only thing that matters in your life, she'll lose interest. On the other hand, when you have your own life, your own goals, and a sense of purpose that doesn't revolve around her, you become more attractive. The Stoic man understands the power of scarcity. He doesn't overextend himself emotionally, and he doesn't chase after anyone. He keeps his mystery, doesn't reveal everything too soon, and maintains a healthy level of emotional detachment. By doing this, he keeps women interested and coming back for more. Weakness 3. The unspoken influence of deep voice and presence. One of the most powerful and often overlooked psychological triggers for attraction is the deepness of a man's voice and his overall presence. Women are instinctively drawn to men who exude dominance, confidence, and strength, qualities that are often signaled not just by words but by the tone and power of a man's voice. Studies in evolutionary psychology have shown that a deeper voice subconsciously signals high testosterone and strong leadership qualities, both of which are biologically attractive to women. It's not just about the pitch of your voice, though, it's also about how you carry yourself. A man with a powerful presence naturally draws attention. He commands the space he's in, not through force or arrogance, but through a quiet, calm confidence that women find magnetic. A woman is weak for a man who can own a room without saying a word. It's the way he holds himself, how he moves, and how he interacts with the world around him. A man with strong presence doesn't fidget, doesn't rush, and isn't uncertain. He speaks deliberately, with purpose, and he maintains steady eye contact without looking away nervously. These small, subconscious cues create an air of confidence and control, which is incredibly attractive. On the other hand, men with weak presence, those who slouch, who act nervous, or who speak without conviction, send signals of low confidence. This lack of presence is immediately unattractive, no matter how good they look or how hard they try to impress. The Stoic man knows that presence is everything. He doesn't try to impress or manipulate. Instead, he embodies confidence, remaining emotionally stable and calm in all situations. His strong presence speaks louder than any words ever could, drawing women toward him without effort. Weakness 4. The power of walking away. One of the most powerful moves a man can make in a relationship or interaction with a woman is the ability to walk away. It might seem counterintuitive, but women are deeply drawn to men who show that they are not afraid to lose them. This subtle dynamic is rooted in psychology and plays on the idea of scarcity. The more available you are, the less valuable you appear. When a man is constantly chasing, always available, and desperate to please, he diminishes his own value in her eyes. The key to creating true desire is not being desperate for her approval. A man who can confidently walk away and cut ties when necessary instantly becomes more attractive. Why? Because he shows that his worth is not dependent on her acceptance. He is secure in himself, and that emotional independence is a magnetic quality that women find irresistible. A woman wants to be with a man who has standards and boundaries, someone who won't tolerate disrespect or settle for less than he deserves. The man who walks away is saying, "I don't need you, but I want you." This shows strength, confidence, and self-respect, all of which are incredibly attractive traits. The Stoic approach to this is one of inner strength. A Stoic man does not chase validation or desperately seek to avoid loss. He understands that he is in control of his own emotional state, and he refuses to compromise his self-worth for the sake of temporary comfort. The ability to walk away with ease, without begging, is a signal of his self-respect and emotional control, which creates a deeper level of attraction. Weakness 5. The desire for a man with a mission. One of the most overlooked weaknesses in women is their attraction to men who have a clear mission in life. It's not their looks, money, or charm that makes them irresistible, it's their drive and the purpose they live by. Women are inherently drawn to men who are focused, independent, and passionate about something greater than themselves. A woman doesn't want to be the center of a man's world, she wants to be a part of it. The man who makes a woman his priority often ends up losing her. Ironically, when a man is too available, when he adjusts his life around her needs, she begins to lose interest. Women are attracted to men who are building something, whether it's their career, a personal goal, or a mission that gives their life purpose. The man with a mission is confident in his own life, and that confidence is magnetic. He is disciplined, doesn't need constant validation, and has clear goals that shape his decisions. A woman can sense this focus and determination. She is naturally drawn to men who have a purpose, because it gives them something to believe in, something beyond the relationship. A Stoic man is always in pursuit of something greater. He has clarity of purpose and understands that self-worth comes from within, not from external sources like relationships or validation from others. He's not willing to compromise his mission for anything or anyone, and that emotional independence is the key to keeping a woman's interest. When you have a mission, you become irresistible, not because you seek approval, but because you have something worth pursuing and you are not afraid to invest time and energy into it. A woman will want to be part of your journey, but she won't be the center of it. Weakness 6, the paradox of controlled vulnerability. Vulnerability is one of the most powerful tools a man can use to connect with a woman. But there's a delicate balance to it. If a man is too vulnerable, too quick to share his emotions, he may come across as weak or needy. On the other hand, if he's too closed off, he seems emotionally unavailable or distant. The key to making vulnerability attractive is to control it, showing just enough to connect emotionally, but without compromising your strength or emotional independence. Women are drawn to men who can open up, but only in a way that maintains their power and self-respect. When a man opens up selectively, showing vulnerability on his own terms, he becomes irresistible. It's about choosing when and how to reveal something personal, rather than dumping every emotion on her or expecting her to fix him. Vulnerability should be a tool for connection, not a cry for help. The Stoic man understands this balance. He is self-aware and knows his limits. He recognizes his feelings but doesn't allow them to control his actions. Instead, he shows vulnerability in moderation, only when it feels appropriate and when it enhances the relationship. By doing so, he keeps his emotional independence intact, while still allowing for a deep emotional connection. A man who knows how to be vulnerable without losing his strength creates an environment where the woman feels safe to open up herself. This kind of balanced vulnerability makes her feel special, without overwhelming her. When used correctly, this approach not only enhances attraction, but it also builds a strong, emotionally fulfilling connection. Weakness 7, the constant need to test your strength. Women, whether they realize it or not, often test the strength of a man. These tests are subconscious ways for them to gauge whether a man is truly strong, stable, and capable of being the protector and leader they desire. These tests are not about being difficult or playing games, they are a natural part of attraction. Women want to see if you can handle pressure and whether you can stand firm when faced with challenges. These tests can take many forms. She might challenge your opinions to see if you can hold your ground, create small conflicts to gauge your emotional control, or even act disinterested to see if you get insecure. The key here is not to react emotionally. If you get defensive, insecure, or react impulsively, it shows weakness, and the attraction starts to fade. On the other hand, if you stay calm, composed, and confident, you pass the test and deepen the attraction. The Stoic man is unshaken by these tests. He remains emotionally stable and does not let small challenges affect his self-worth. Instead of reacting to a woman's tests, the Stoic man responds with certainty, patience, and humor. He doesn't get upset, he doesn't try to prove himself, he simply remains grounded, knowing that the test is not about him, but about her need for emotional security. When a woman tests a man, it's a sign of interest. If she didn't care, she wouldn't challenge him. But when a man is steady and in control, he passes the test without effort. This shows strength, and it's exactly what women find irresistibly attractive. Understanding the hidden emotional weaknesses of women gives you a distinct advantage in building meaningful connections. These aren't weaknesses to be exploited or manipulated, but to be understood and navigated with respect. The more you understand what drives attraction on a psychological and emotional level, the better equipped you are to form connections that are authentic, deep, and lasting. Women, like all people, have complex emotional landscapes, and recognizing their vulnerabilities isn't about taking advantage of them, it's about showing that you are emotionally stable, in control, and capable of being the kind of man who provides both safety and excitement. The Stoic approach to relationships and attraction is about calm presence, emotional mastery, and self-respect. The key is balance. The man who is too eager or overly available loses his value, while the man who can maintain emotional control, understand the dynamics of attraction, and stay grounded in who he is, becomes the irresistible choice. It's not about playing games, it's about embodying qualities that make you both confident and appealing, naturally. By embracing these 7 hidden weaknesses and responding with Stoic wisdom, you can begin to attract women not through desperation or manipulation, but through authentic confidence and emotional maturity. The more you embody these qualities, the more you will notice women gravitating toward you, respecting you, desiring you, and appreciating the strength and stability you bring into their lives. Now that you understand these 7 hidden weaknesses of women and how to use them to attract and connect with them, it's time to put this knowledge into practice. Start applying these principles in your daily life and interactions. Are you emotionally stable and grounded in your interactions? Are you keeping just enough mystery to intrigue, while also remaining true to yourself? Take a moment to reflect. How can you build emotional certainty in your relationships? Are you willing to maintain control when faced with challenges? How can you start to show a woman that you are not desperate for validation? If this video has given you valuable insights into how attraction truly works and how you can leverage these emotional triggers to your advantage, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on how to master relationships, emotional control, and attraction. Comment below, which of these 7 weaknesses have you observed in your past relationships? How will you start applying this knowledge to become the type of man women can't resist? Remember, attraction is a journey of self-improvement, emotional intelligence, and understanding. When you embrace these principles, you'll no longer be chasing women, you'll be the one they naturally gravitate toward. Stay grounded, stay confident, and watch how your relationships evolve. I'll see you in the next video.